Sonic Origins has released with mixed reception. For some people, there's not been many, if any, problems, and their experience has been relatively positive. For other people, especially on PC of all platforms, there's been some rather major issues preventing the game from being played properly, if at all. And these are not the first time the classic games have been ported to other systems, and not even the first time most of them have been remade from the ground up. So it would be quite fair to question where all of these troubles have been coming from. We've heard some inside information from people that worked on the game, such as Stealth, that unfortunately development time was rushed, and some considerations on all parties involved could have been made better. And this is nothing surprising. Disappointing, yes, but not surprising. Sega has had a very strong track record of mishandling development, and although a collection of 4 classic games shouldn't be the most difficult thing in the world to do, we've seen a very recent example of a remaster, remake, re-release being blundered with Sonic Colors Ultimate. And when that catastrophe took place at launch, I did make a video talking about how this is potentially a bad sign for the future of Sonic, and the next main game, which at that time we just knew as Sonic 2022. That game being Sonic Frontiers, which also had a bit of controversy when it was initially shown off at the start of the month through IGN. Sonic Origins is now the second game to release after including Colors Ultimate, that's been bugged, rushed, and incompleted. So I ask again, does this bode well for Sonic Frontiers? I know there'll be plenty of people that will state Sonic Frontiers is a higher priority than Sonic Team themselves are working on it, whereas the 2 examples of Sonic Colors Ultimate and Sonic Origins were third party. And that's partially true. Sonic Team did have a hand in both projects. They were not completely unsupervised, and although there were third-party assistants for Sonic Origins, Sonic Team still were the people that put the game together as a bundle. So they were involved to varying degrees in both projects. And it's more about the mindset and values of management than the outcome of those productions. Sega's management still seem okay with releasing content that really wasn't ready, or could have been done in a better way. I have also made a video saying I do not want to see a delay for Sonic Frontiers, and I still back this up. This video is not supposed to be contradicting. If you want my full reasoning for not wanting a delay, please go and see that video. But in short, basically, Sega's had so many times to learn their lessons, and they've said so many times they have learned their lessons, only to repeat or worsen those mistakes again and again and again. I want to see the game come out when it's scheduled to come out, because that's what Sega thought was good enough for everybody else. And if it does well, and they prove us all wrong that they've learned and they did amazing, then that's excellent. And if it does not prove us wrong, then I hope they get the ridicule and consequences they deserve, while instead of hiding behind a delay that lets them maybe patch a few things here and there to make it seem good on surface level, but the deeper in the game you go, it would have been just as broken anyway. Because even if you give them more time, if their mindset of how they look and treat the game and development staff do not change, then there will not be major fundamental changes for the better in the game. Sonic Frontiers has a lot of potential. A lot of it stems from leaks and not knowing the true information. The reality may be very different. People who've managed to play the demos have been saying a variety of positive and negative feats. It's all a big mystery, and that is what the marketing team wanted. Is it also a cover-up? Hard to say. I would be lying if I said it was 100% just for a cover-up, because there do genuinely seem to be feats of passion in Sonic Frontiers, as I've gone through in a couple of my videos. It's not completely soulless. There's definitely a drive. The question is, what's the balance between the genuine passion and the more rudimentary churning out a product? That is the real question, and until we see more of the game or get to test it ourselves, we won't know a definitive answer. But the Sonic Origins fiasco, most of you may not have come across any of the issues. And another important thing to point out, which surprised me, is a lot of people seemingly never actually went back to play the classics until this re-release. So even if you did get a worse experience, you might not be aware of that because you never played one of the older, better versions. Genuinely, it's been a shock how many people I've seen online or in person saying, yeah, this is actually the first time I've played one of these games, or all of these games, or the first time I've unlocked Super Sonic. I thought more people who talked about Sonic and had very strong opinions on what the series should do would have gone and play it, but apparently not. So I'll keep that in mind moving forward. Sonic Origins, value-wise as well, I still think the price is incredibly high, and that's not meant to be a slant on the people that worked on the animations and the port of, well, not the port, the remaking of Sonic 3. It's just that when you look at other collections of games, bigger games, that are priced around the same price or cheaper than what Origins is, yeah, I can't pretend it's a decent pricing point at all. But does Sonic Origins spell disaster for Sonic Frontiers? I'll say it adds doubt, because if Sonic Origins was a better game in terms of its technical standing, I would be thinking, okay, all of this talking they've been doing about keeping the games polished and trying to release them in a better state is showing. We can see the evolution from Colors Ultimate to Origins, which Sega were the last people with the decision to release those games. However, since Origins was not, instead what it shows me is they still like saying things, but their quality assurance hasn't really changed. Frontiers would be a hat trick, a third in a row of a buggy game if that is how it releases. And should that be the case, that should put Sega's practices under serious consideration about how they truly feel about improving their practice. Hopefully though, that is not the way this plays out, and Sonic Frontiers is able to stand well on its own at launch without any majorly offensive glitches or bugs. That's what I'm hoping for. And again, there's signs that there is some seeds of greatness and passion that have been grown into the game, but we just don't know enough yet. The story is still something we've been told next to nothing about, and I'm hoping that on the 29th of this month, which is only in a couple days now, we'll get that final IGN spotlight or trailer where we get to see some more of the game. If not, I guess it's just going to be a long wait as always. That is all I had to say on this topic though. What do you think about Sonic Origins release and how it may inform the practices going on with Sonic Frontiers? Do you agree with me, or do you have your own opinion? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please leave it a like and subscribe and share it around so that this discussion can grow. I hope you have a great day and see you next time. This is the Mighty Emperor signing off.